All right, we're recording. Cool. So what do we have? About 8 minutes to the open. Once again, I'm only going to trade the SPY, but I'll look at all the other stuff. Let's have a look at the calendar, see what trouble the economists want to cause today. I think there was quite a bit. So we have 10 a.m. JOLTS jobs stuff and consumer confidence stuff. 10:30 with the Atlanta Fed GDP. I'll forget about it. I'm not going to trade the open. So it's only after 10:30 that I'll expect to take a trade. Beyond that, we have 4:30 is the next announcement. Oil, crude change stuff. So for trading the SPY, it may well move, but at the open, it's going to be too dangerous. So I'm going to sit out. Same as yesterday, really. No difference. And meanwhile, I've got all these other ones up and running. And what else? Cool. All right. So that's that. That's the trading plan. Sit out the open. Anything you want to talk about before the opening bell? We have about 6 minutes. Dan, you want to, in my free time, you want to talk about stop placement? Oh, stop placement's a good one. That's a good question. It's a very important point. We have our session on Thursday that we were supposed to have today. We're not going to do it today because I'll be doing a webinar today. So we're doing that on Thursday. Be sure to ask that. Bring that up because that is very important and we can really discuss it. Where to put your stops based on different situations. I think that's very important. All right, you're saying there's a press conference? Scott Bessent. Who is that? I have no idea. Yeah, Gaten, go ahead.
Hi, Avi. Are you going to share the webinar you are doing today on the Discord channels?
The webinar today is inside of BBT, so you can attend it if you're a BBT member, and it'll be recorded. It's usually in the BBT Education Center.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I think a lot of them are moving to Trading Terminal anyway. I'm not sure where it's going to end up, basically.
Okay.
But it's a BBT webinar, and so it's for BBT members and recorded for them. I'll find out. I mean, soon enough, I'll have more clarity on what to do. Andrew's just got to get back from China. He goes over there, and then everything gets lost. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Avi, what's the topic for today's webinar?
Today, going to go deeper into these fractal patterns, going into a bit more of a deep dive and get into the details that a lot of people are missing out on, getting into bad positions. But if you look into some more of these details in the patterns, you'll realize that there's things you should not be doing.
Got it.
So going to get into that today at noon today in BBT.
Awesome.
All right, the treasury dude is speaking. Okay, sounds like a troublesome dude, huh? All right, we on Alberta. You want to look at Amazon? Oh, what happened here? Bezos had another divorce or something again. Where do the levels go? Here, I think is that 8 a.m. 6 a.m. Where's 8 a.m.? This one. So really a good breakdown already. Okay, so levels. Wow, it's already on its way, huh? It's a lot of volatility as far as fractal patterns go, and the way I see things, there's nowhere to trade. It's going to open in this area. There's nothing there on a 30-minute picture. But if you like previous day's low, it broke down there. It could go up, retest, and continue down. That looks like a good opportunity. This was a very decent area of support. You can see there and there. It's about this 185 zone. It's broken through. If it retests that, you might have continued volatility going down at the open. But I don't know. I don't trade that stuff anymore because it's all just scalps anyway. You don't really get big trades on that. But there's something to look at. Look at these links, guys. Zero hedge. Fractal patterns, details, Gaten. Yeah, no worries. We'll get into more and more of it. Anyways, we have our session on Thursday, right? Yeah, I'm losing track. We'll get into more of that. Don't worry about it. You guys get more of the details than PBT does. No, I have the presentation. All good. Because they only get me for like an hour once in a month. I'm here with you every day, right? Big difference. Amazon shares, tumble White House calls tariff tracker hostile and political. Don't you love all this stuff? It just makes things volatile. These politicians. Anyways, what happened there? There we go. So once again, guys, I'm going to sit out the open for the first hour because I know the SPY is going to be nuts. It's already in a pretty choppy place. It doesn't really look nice. See where it is on these levels? It's just choppy, and it's a great big mess. Ideally, it breaks up straight to the upside, would be great. Or it starts to get down in this area, and then there's an opportunity to clean up. So this was clean price action here. So if it gets down there, it starts getting clean. Up in this place, it's messy. Even yesterday, it got messy. Right where it was messy before, it got messy in this area. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Anyways, 2 minutes to the open. Take it easy. Wait for your setups. The market is a gold mine, as always.
Avi, you never told people about your trading day yesterday.
Man, I'm tired of telling people about it.
You got to tell everyone that missed it.
Yeah, everyone that missed it. Okay. Well, it was the biggest trading day for me so far. I had a trade of $193,000, and that was a one and done. So good fun, a whole lot of fun. And now well, it's a new standard. So if it's not six figures, it doesn't satisfy. And that's the psychology. Let's see how that goes. But that's tricky. Again, once you start getting into these things, you get more to lose. So again, risk management is still the name of the game, no matter what you're doing. You got to keep your head on your shoulders and trade well. Otherwise, you can give it all away in one trade as well.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you.
Congrats, man. Are you going to go for the Bugatti?
Bugatti. Oh, God. No French cars, man. I don't like French people, French stuff. No.
Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man.
Just saying shit. Bugatti.
He said he doesn't want car. He wants to get a plane.
There's a Bugatti P400. It's a beautiful airplane built in World War II. Gosh, if I can get that rebuilt, that is an airplane.
Yeah, the old one. Yeah,
I would get a team of engineers and build a replica or something.
Are you having la voiture noire, La voiture noire? You know what is la voiture noire? As later it will be translated as the black car in French.
Okay.
It starts at $17 million. Euro, actually.
Forget about it. $17 million. Well, all right. Maybe I'll rent it for a weekend for $500,000. All right, there goes the market, guys. It's open. I think Amazon's probably the most interesting thing to watch. We'll mark yesterday's low because I think that level could be in play. What's up with these charts? Hold on. Keep clicking on stuff. There we go. All right, so let's watch Amazon. You guys want me to look at anything? We'll look at it. Really a great big mess. Let's see what happens. Got Tesla, Nvidia, and Apple on the other charts. Don't have the levels in the right place, but still watch it. I shall take these levels off. Yeah, let's get rid of all these old levels. A lot of old stuff on these charts. Look at that, Amazon, great big mess, huh? Tariff news. I don't know what to think of this. Let the price action dictate. There's your 1 minute ORB, extreme volatility, getting up to yesterday's low. That's a critical point. So if you're in the ORB, you start partialing now already. Less than 1 hour, you already take partials. Okay, let's see what happens here. Critical points, yesterday's low. Reject and go straight down for the bottom, or break up and there's new buyers in the market. Tesla also an ORB going up, but looking dangerous. Darius, why don't I trade the Qs? Because in my experience, what I've observed, the Qs and the SPY basically move the same. And here's another one. The liquidity is really the problem I'm trying to solve these days. And the SPY, even there yesterday, I found some liquidity issues. I'm not going to trust the Qs with that stuff. So it's just the SPY for now. There it goes. Amazon perhaps broke into yesterday's range. If this truly holds here, above here, I think it's just strong for the day, basically. Let's see what happens. Tesla also strong. ORB working out. Looked dangerous a moment ago, but so far it's pushed up again. Nvidia is the same. Yeah, everything bullish. There you go. Yesterday's low. Breakout, retest. All that happens really fast at the open. This is all momentum volatility stuff. Looks like it's going to be strong because it really went into yesterday's range. It's just pushing up. There you go. Hope you guys are catching some of this. Whoa, Tesla jump. Nvidia even gapped up a little. Look at that. And Amazon. All right, there you go. It's a bullish day. But no, it's just the first move. It's just the first few minutes. You never know. Apple as well now, following. Jackie, yesterday I took 2,100 contracts, and getting out of it was a little scary when it came time to take profits. So, liquidity is something I'm very aware of. So, yeah, that's really the biggest concern I've got right now. So let's see what works better. You have Fibonacci levels, and you have previous day's low. Previous day's low held nicely, but Fibonacci is firmly rejecting. Let's go with 30 minutes, see what that is. It's up in this area. That was the low of 2 days ago. Okay, approximately. So there's another critical point. Didn't look at that earlier. The low of 2 days ago, if it breaks there, that's truly bullish. Or it could easily just reject from here and keep going down. But let's see. This might be a choppy zone between these two lows the last 2 days. Right about here. Let's see. Let the market tell us what it wants. Nvidia is incredibly bullish, but I'd be careful. Real quick, if you look at Nvidia, you've already had a few white candles straight up. Don't plan for it to go up in a straight line. You expect a pullback, which is happening. If you look at something like Tesla, it's gone straight up, and therefore a good pullback. This is healthy for a continued bullish move. So good fun. Joseph, it was late last night. It was like 9 p.m. my time. I don't even know, like noon or just after 12:30 or something Eastern. Yesterday. That was my first trade of the day. Ooh, there goes Tesla, straight to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Just at the bottom of the 8 a.m. candle now. Let's see if it does a breakdown right there. That would be interesting. Put a line there. Setting up well for that breakdown. So again, I avoid all that ORB stuff. You see all this stuff. Only when it gets down here, think about it. And over here, at the bottom, you can see on a 30-minute chart, it's setting up for a breakdown. Keeps hitting itself on that level. Now you want the 1 minute to set up as well, which is basically a consolidation, then breakout. There goes a breakout right now. It's hard to trust because it's really just moving fast. But when it moves fast like this, expect it to pull back, and that's when you get a retest and continue down. And wait for that. Where did Amazon go? Yeah, rejected the Fibonacci level, which happens to align with the low of 2 days ago so far. This could easily be a good ABCD pattern or continue down. I don't know. So far, it looks like an ABCD pattern, but I don't know. Apple's also an ABCD pattern. For the 1 minute, you have the ORB pushed up and consolidating, bouncing off of the ORB area. You can see that. That's the retest. These two candles. Looks good to continue. But let's see. Not the SPY, dude. SPY, yeah. It is tempting to trade the SPY. You can see this consolidation area down here. Breakdown, retest, go short. But I'm not going to trade the open. It's just going to be too hairy.
There is no love for Google.
Google. Oh man, AI is taking over. Google's getting left behind. Google. Yeah. Well, most things I'm saying.
I'm not trading it. I'm just saying that it's just going down.
Yeah, it's down. It's down for sure. It's at yesterday's low, which could easily be a bounce area. I don't know. Had a big run up and it's lost all its gains from its earnings, right? That was a few days ago, last week. This is an interesting point because that's when the earnings took off. Lots of buyers or algos or whatever took it over. Let's see, either bounces here or it goes down here. This is interesting. Let's put that level. Yeah, just about there. Earnings really took over. Very interesting point on the chart.
That is an Avi level as well. At
It is?
52, yeah.
Don't you love these levels? They're like magic. Oh gosh. Just don't need any other levels, huh? You drive yourself nuts looking for levels, and finally you got something that just sits there. Cool, man. There you go. Oh my gosh. This is where it gets tempting to chase stuff, you know, guys. You see things moving, you're like, oh, I gotta catch it. This is the only big move of the day. I better catch it now. Sure enough, you enter down here and it's gonna pull back and you stop out and you wonder what happened. You know, don't trade it like this. It's on its way, let it be. Catch it when it's consolidating or it's just getting into the breakout or the retest of it, you know, something. You don't want to just chase something. You know, I've done that plenty in the first few years of trading. Lost lots of money doing that. Wait for it, wait for it. Let all this volatility and let all these people get chopped up, all these amateurs, and trade properly. Tesla super weak. I'm gonna put, there goes Apple now that ABCD is beginning to look all right for that break. Let's see. ABCD, off it goes, maybe. But this is purely watching price action. No levels, no nothing there. Made a new high. Is that the breakout? Let's see. Very interesting to watch this. It's a good looking pattern. Ooh. It's so funny to watch everything going down and the Apple is looking to break upwards.
Good morning, Avi.
Morning, how you doing? There goes Apple.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Congratulations, or over 100,000 trade.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to break new boundaries and push forward. Always good.
Yeah. When we will have to.
Take your time, take your time. Always one trade at a time, you know, just trade properly, one thing at a time. Nothing happens overnight.
Yeah, but how do you know it's like choppy? The first hour sometimes, yesterday, I couldn't actually get it first when you said it's choppy because I thought it's going down.
Well, the best indication I have is a 30-minute chart. There goes Apple. That's your ABCD happening, you guys. Hopefully some of you caught that. It's a good one. The 30-minute chart. So look at this. Here, okay, I'll put these levels on and show you. I see. 8 a.m. That's approximately there. All right, let's get it. All right. If you look at Apple here, got messy in this area, went up and it came down. It's just, this whole area is a mess. I expect it to get messy in this area. I'm expected to be choppy. While it's in here, it's going to be choppy. But if you look further down here, the most recent time it was in this zone, look at this, was clean price action, one straight candle up. So down here, expect it to be kind of clean. And up here, expect it to be choppy. Up here, you don't know. Let it break out, then you find out. And if you look at this example from a few days ago, look at this. Apple went up here and got really messy. Did a bit of a false break. It came back in. And look at this. It's a bit messy until it finally went up. So basically, the price action is going to keep doing what it's doing until it tells you it's not doing it anymore. You know, that's how I'm seeing it. If you look at SPY, you see this a lot more. That's why SPY is tricky.
Yeah, I feel her.
So zoom out of this stuff and get some perspective here. All right, see, this is interesting. From here, it went down and reverse, came back up, and it's quite all right, smooth. You know, ABCD pattern going up, and then this area got messy. You know why? Because it was messy the last time it was here. Look at that, right here. It was all choppy, messy. Look at this trading day. This was a terrible. And sure enough, once it got into that zone, reverse and went back up. It's just a disaster. Look at this over here. This is all a great big mess, and therefore, when it was nice and smooth when it got there, what do you think is going to happen? it's gonna get messy, right? So when you know it's messy over there, don't touch it. Simple as that. And that's how I see it. That's when I decide this is not a place I want to play with. Let it get out of there. Or if it doesn't get out of there, come back tomorrow. And then
Okay, so you always like check on 30 minutes if it's the zone is the messy or just a clear.
Yeah, 30-minute chart will tell you a lot of things. And for the SPY, I also look at the economic calendar. If there's news coming out, then it's going to be choppy like today. But that's just for the SPY. For the other tickers, I've never found that to be true. So it could be true. I don't know. But yeah, if you're not trading the SPY, so look at all these other tickers and just look at a 30-minute chart. If it's messy, it's going to be messy. Wait for it to get out of there.
Yeah, I tried SPY so many times, but I don't know why I feel like it's not for me.
Complicated. There's so many false signals. It's so tricky to trade. That's why my trading is much slower now because I'm only trading the SPY. It has to be slower, otherwise you get a lot of false trades. So stay away from it until you decide you're going to be patient with it, because you need a lot of patience with this thing. Look at this thing. It popped up, broke in, going to go down. I don't know what it wants. Let's see. Look at this mess. You try and trade this? No way.
But look at the breakout. I probably would get in there.
Well, don't.
That's how I trade.
That's how you trade. Look at this. This is, typically this is price action. That's a breakout. A breakout happened in the pre-market. It goes up and it rejects. Okay, you could trade it fine if the price action is good and clean. But I also know that there's news coming out in the next 15 minutes. So I'm not gonna touch it. It's gonna be just chopping around this whole area, probably until the news comes out. Then it's gonna jump into some new place on the chart, and then I'll look at it. And that'll be still 45 minutes from now. So take it easy with that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, Apple's a good example, guys. You see that now? We have this kind of choppy zone. What it did is it broke out. Turns out it was a false breakout, which was that 1 minute ABCD pattern that we had. Broke right into it. But it's not exactly simple to trade. This would have messed with a lot of people. If you got into this ABCD, you get another consolidation for the second leg. I mean, between here and the next level up, you can see where it's been choppy. It's probably going to be choppy. Yes, you can use the pre-market action to tell you that. And here we go now, NVIDIA for a breakout, high of day. Oh, it looks messy. On the 1 minute chart, it hasn't consolidated before going. It could still go, but I don't like it when it goes without a consolidation. Let's zoom out, look at this thing. It's 8 a.m. Let's put these lines on. There it is. So what are they? Oh, choppy down here, cleans up a bit towards the top, but you still want to really wait for 109. 109 was critical even previously. Look at that. Over here. Yesterday, and then it did a breakdown of 109. It was very bearish from 109. I think Shane, you got a good trade on that yesterday, right? Getting short 109 on on NVIDIA. It's back up there. Now let's see what happens. It could reject there, or it could break out. If it breaks out, it could be fun. Otherwise, you're coming right back into this mess. So let's wait and see.
Hey, Avi.
Yeah.
If you're going to trade later today, are you going to come into the Discord or no?
No, I got this webinar to do at noon. So, I don't even know if I'll get a trade today. Every day I show up and I have to just wait for the news to pass. If the news passes and if something sets up, then I may trade. But then I'll have that webinar, which probably go an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Oh, is it that long?
Yeah, well, it's meant to be an hour, but how these things go. So if I'm just distracted with that, there's no way I'm going to be trading because I can't manage these positions while doing that. So let's see. Let's see if it works out, it works, and I can pop in. Otherwise, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what the market.
Yeah, if you do, shoot us a message.
Yeah, we'll do for sure. If I can make it, I will.
First of all, sorry for the background noise in the restroom, but I was wondering what was the tickers you trade when you totally blew past your limit yesterday?
Most recently, it was just basically the Mag 7. So you have Apple, NVIDIA, Tesla.
Yesterday?
Not yesterday. Oh no, yesterday was just SPY. I'm only
went over the top. That was fine. Okay.
Yeah, I only trade SPY now because of liquidity and options and stuff. So let's see, NVIDIA's up there. And let's see what it wants. So this is, it's tricky to say it's a good breakout on a 30-minute because I don't really see a consolidation to a breakout. It's not really there. Even if it sets up on a 1 minute, I don't know if it's really a good idea. You have this top over here. It should come back and bounce off of that top. That would be an interesting setup on a 1 minute chart. But yeah, 109 is a key area, very critical area on NVIDIA at the moment, yesterday and today. Apple, oddly enough, is looking good. As in just actually moving with a very healthy price action. So there goes NVIDIA, there's a break. All right, breakout, high of day. Momentum should hold on and go. On a 1 minute chart, it's a good setup. On a 30-minute, I don't think so. Look at Apple here. This is healthy price action. Big move up, pull back. Big move up, pull back, or consolidation. Big move up, consolidation. This is sustainable. This is a good, healthy trend. You don't have to de-risk much on this stuff. You know it's going. If it's just going straight up without pulling back, no, that's dangerous. This is okay. SPY is so messy. Gosh, look at that thing. Poof, it's right into that 8 a.m. zone again. And right about where it's got teeth. It's right there. Pushing and messing about. Tesla rejecting the breakout area again. You can see the bottom of the 8 a.m. zone. That's the breakout so far. That looks interesting. If you believe it retests. Very interesting. And there goes Apple. Pretty much at target now, almost there. Anyone catch Apple? I think it would have been, I would have anticipated to be more choppy in here, but it wasn't. Set up
I
a
did.
good B. Nice. Got it. You hold all the way, still in it? Just about getting out now?
Yeah, I will hold. I will get out it now. I'll take some partial now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is about the area where it gets messy. Hit the target and chop around a bit. Cool, man. Very good. Good 1 minute price action for sure. 1 minute ORB setting up for a retest of that ORB, which is basically an ABCD pattern, which sets up the 5 minute ORB, which just goes in a healthy manner for a good trend up. This is really neat. I didn't anticipate this because I was looking at a 30, and on the 30 is telling me just be careful in this area, but turns out it was okay. Very cool. And NVIDIA don't want to go. Look at that. Ugh. See that? Looked okay on a 1 minute. I mean, it could still go, but this is messy. If you tried to catch the break, I may have stopped out once or twice already. Again, on a 30, I'm not convinced because it needs to consolidate. If it puts in 2 30-minute candles or something like that up here, consolidating, then it's healthy for a breakout. I haven't seen that happen here. And it's a messy area anyway. Things to think about. Oof, and the SPY is punching upwards. Oh, I'm coming back down. Yeah, still in the middle. Yeah. Very complicated to trade this. I think Tesla's setting up for the next potential opportunity. Again, breakdown and retest of this area. Let's see what happens here. Could be fun. What am I mixing here in the chat? Yeah, Shane, oh, Messi, John. It's weird watching the move and knowing you didn't get in. It is weird. It is weird. But I think, John, what's important is when you've lost so much money and gone through so much pain just trying to catch every move in the market, then you don't mind watching moves go without you. And they go without you because they didn't provide your setup. And that's fine. It's better than putting risk on and then going through pain all over again, right? That's a bit of the learning curve. Actually, that's a big part of the learning curve.
Which Ferrari did you book, Avi?
Sorry, which book? What?
Which Ferrari did you book?
Well, I didn't understand what you're saying.
Which Ferrari did you book?
Oh, which Ferrari? I didn't book no Ferrari.
Because I saw trading terminal video you uploaded, you know.
Yeah. You bought this piece of junk on Temu, you know, it takes 2 weeks to arrive.
I know, smart move.
It's really nice, actually. It's a real replica model, whatever. It's really scale model, really great.
Is that a remote control one or just?
No, it's a model, it's not a toy.
Oh, okay.
Don't play with it, bro. That's the 80-20 of shopping, right? Or buying supercars. Just buy the model of it. That's it. You got it. You don't have to go.
Yeah. You always do the right thing, so.
80-20, man. 80-20 keeps you out of trouble.
100%.
So, there you go. You're getting those tweezer tops 3 in a row now on Tesla. Wicks in the same place. Looking very weak right there for that retest. Still not an ideal setup, but looking weak. Nvidia, yep, mess not breaking out. Apple's looking healthy and strong. That's about it. That's all there is. What are we saying? Market action is childish, running around without a reason. Leave it alone. That's a good way to say it. Thanks for writing that up. I like that. It's childish. Yes, it is. Nvidia fake breakout. Yes, such. That's right. 30-minute chart told you that, right? Only you want to know, show the trade from yesterday on the SPY. Yeah. Okay, let's get through a little bit of this, then I'll pull up the screenshot before we end the session, and we can go through that a bit. Ratchet through an Apple long. Keep it running, keep it running. Apple looks healthy for a breakout. Tesla didn't do that retest. It's right back into its mess. But again, Apple up here, again, this is looking like a consolidation leading to a breakout, even made a new high. Definitely no reversal signal here. So there's 2 possibilities for now. Most likely it's going to either chop or break out. Usually it chops first, then breaks out. That's called a consolidation. So if you're already in it, it might be an interesting area to add and bring your new break even below the consolidation. News. Brandy, news coming at 9 a.m. Brandy, 9 a.m. was an hour ago. Depending on where you are. For me, 9 a.m. was like 8 hours ago. 10 a.m. Yes, I know. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern. Well, let's see, even if there was no news or anything to work with, I still don't see an opportunity that it may have taken on the SPY. Not going to play with it in this area. It's so disastrous. Another wait and see day. Yep, NVIDIA 30-minute chart. It's telling you just rejecting there. Sure enough. False breakout. Some people got chopped up here and now revenge trading to the short side, making a big mess of their P&L. A lot of people are doing this. Now Tesla's weak. Oh boy. Well, let's see. Again, I still think this may well set up. So far, it didn't do a rejection. It looked like it was going to go, but it didn't. It came right back in. It still hasn't closed a genuinely bearish candle. It's still putting wicks, all these bullish wicks on every single candle. Still can't trust it for a short. There you go, Sash. Good job. Predicted the NVIDIA fake out. There you go. Candlesticks are talking to you, right? Telling you a story. And not all these stories have happy endings. I mean, we're all grown-ups now, right? It's not ever, they lived happily ever after. It's none of that. Some stories are brutal. That's okay, we're adults. There we go. Now NVIDIA is interesting again. Let's see how this fake stuff works. Fake out. So it got back into the opening range, really quite deep into it, pushing up again with a this is dangerous. You wouldn't think about a breakout here. You just really let it consolidate. Ideally, it closes, it stays up here for another 30-minute candle. Then that makes it healthy to go. But let's see. Oh, wow, Snatch, you got a probability analysis for trend calculation. Wow. And you predicted the fake out here based on that. You got to share that with us, man. That'd be great. Let me know if you want to get on the mic sometime here and you can share that with the rest of us, or if you want to write it down and share it, up to you. It's the power of the community. Always the interesting thoughts everywhere. All right. Tesla still looking weak, but not printing bearish candles. Nvidia mess. And Apple choppy as expected up in that area. So, so a few of you caught Apple. Anyone get anything else good? Maybe scalp on Tesla or something. Anyone in here?
No.
No one. Okay. Yeah, once again, it's messy, generally messy.
Yeah, Tesla is also inside the range from yesterday, so I don't know which way it's gonna go.
All right, yeah, let it go. There you go, Nvidia. Doing what it's most likely to do, which is just get choppy over here. Most likely, that means 70, 80% probability of it not breaking out and just getting into a mess. There's still a 20% chance of a random breakout. There always is that. You don't want to go chasing that stuff. And Tesla has actually become a little more interesting now. Still hasn't printed a genuinely bearish candle, but these candles are getting smaller, rejecting the area. So that looks like a minor breakout of this zone. Yeah, there it goes. Looks very minor. Still wouldn't get involved at it for a genuinely bearish candle. I don't see trustworthy momentum or a bearish candle. I don't see any of that stuff. So, Khan, you got NVIDIA on the first leg up. All right, using the order book. Nice, yeah, 2109. Nice work, yeah. Leaning in on the order book, you don't lean in so much on candlestick patterns. So there's different ways to trade. It's cool, man. I used to do that. I used to lean in on the order book a fair bit, and I don't know, it's just too fast for me. I just find candlesticks easier, so I've gone to this, and it's just easier. But there's definitely different ways to do it, and everyone's got different skills. All right, 10 o'clock. Look at the jumpiness all over the market. Oof, everything's jumping. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's watch this SPY. That one gets impacted the most. Look at this thing. This is why I don't want to trade early before the news. Can easily get into a mess with this, and then you eat a really bad spread as well. Where is it? Where is it on the 30? Yeah, messy zone right here. And breakout up there would be ideal if it gets up there. Yeah, liquidity grab, Scott. That's right. The market makers use this opportunity to liquidate, catch up on their work, basically. Patterns are broken. There goes NVIDIA again, looking for that breakout. No, not happening. Not yet. Let's look at that. That's more interesting than all this. Pushed up very aggressively. Let's see if this momentum and volatility gets it to go. Yeah, there you go. Again, broken patterns. I wouldn't trust any of this stuff. New high. There it is. Okay. Now let's see if it's a fake one or it really goes. Everything bullish. Everything's going up. Anyone know what the news is? Positive, negative? Something about job openings? Good.
Where's discount? Now you've got me so focused on just paying attention that there is news and not what the news is that I don't even know what the news said. I'm just watching.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's exactly what I do as well. It's what you should do, I think. Just knowing that there's news, you know that things will suddenly break down as in patterns become unpredictable. And that's all you really need to know as a day trader. The rest of it is all just noise and entertainment. This is healthy on NVIDIA. Breakout and retest of the previous high almost precisely. You see that? So that's a good piece of action, but still it's under the influence of the news, all this volatility. We got you got the news. March jolts, jobs. What is it? Lower than expected. Looks like it's bad news. And April consumer confidence is higher, no, lower than expected. Okay. So everything's lower than expected. Why is the market going up? You see that? You can't trade based on the news.
Because it's the market and it does things we don't know.
There you go. Precisely. It does whatever the hell it wants, and most of what it wants is to chew us out.
Seems like the market is now thinking that the rate cuts more probability of that as the economy is tanking. So maybe that's why it's reacting.
Let's see. Maybe.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Right.
At any point in your trading, did you ever start to stop making sense of it, of what it tries to do? Does that make sense, that question?
Yeah, I get the question. Yeah, and that's when my trading got better. I stopped trying to understand every damn detail out there and every nuanced indicator or every little piece of noise. It's really just noise. You really gotta find a way to differentiate signal from noise. And 1% of what's really out there is signal. 99% of it is noise. And noise is distracting and gives us all kinds of emotional triggers, and we end up with poor decision making. And that's actually a big piece of the naked trading strategy. Is stop trying to make sense of all of this, because most of it doesn't make sense. Most of it's just noise and entertainment and CNBC looking for eyeballs on TV and all this shit. So what is signal? What is the number one thing that you can truly rely on that gives you the majority of what you really need to know? To me, that's candlesticks in specific places. To me, specific places are just the Fibonacci levels. And that's it. The rest of it is a bunch of crap. And really, now you have clarity in your head. And now it's much easier to have patience and sit out when you don't need to be there in the market. And then wait for your opportunity. And when it comes, really push it forward. Like, press your winners. So, yeah, definitely. Stop trying to make sense of bullshit, because bullshit will always be bullshit. And that's all there is to it. So I think that's an excellent question. And very, very important in this world of day trading. My goodness. Wall Street loves to complicate matters so that they seem like they're elite and make us guys sitting at home in our pajamas make us seem like, we don't know what they're doing. That's a bunch of crap. What they're doing is trying to make a fool of us. So once you figure that out, the hell with that. So that's what I think about all this. That's a very good point. I should remember and talk about that on the webinar today. You're all full of shit. Fuck off. Basically. There you go, NVIDIA. Finally going. Patterns are broken. Apple did a very nice ABCD breakout. Tesla's a mess. Going the other way. I can't read anything on that. The SPY cleaned up and went up. All right, 10 o'clock was that news. This is an area I like for a breakout. There's something else at 10:30, right? Atlanta Fed GDP, that also has an impact. Oh, crap. Yeah, I can't trade until then. Alrighty. Still gonna wait till 10:30. Let's see what happens. Look at Apple. Came up there, pull back, breakout. Well, the breakout happened with the volatility in the news. It's really tricky stuff. I mean, just looking at the SPY's 1 minute chart, I didn't see a setup early. And then with the news, I mean, you can see these candles just got bigger. Suddenly it's like trading the open all over again, which is this stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's messy. I don't like this. There are times when I've traded the news and stuff, but with those strategies, you got to go small and really watch volatility. And again, it's a lot of effort for very little reward. So I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just wait for a good clean setup and then put it on. Scott, yeah, bullshit baffles brains. That's right. That's right. I like that. Your dad said that. It makes a lot of sense. Again, a lot of that comes from the education system. We just fill up our brains with bullshit. You got to unlearn everything you learned from 20 years of schooling. Shit. And then you can get somewhere. Matt, you're looking at Meta. I haven't looked at Meta in a while. These are old levels. Anyways, yeah. Rocked up. Old levels. Yeah, all over the place. Let's put new levels on it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't even know where it is. There it is. All right. Meta. Well, let's look at the 30. Yeah, messy consolidation zone. Broke out. Ended up as a false breakout. So good lead to a breakout on the other side, which just happened again with all the news. Can't believe I used to trade this stuff. And this Meta is as hard as trading the SPY and less rewarding. So what's the point? Might as well just trade the SPY. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I find something up here. Then you have this high yesterday, which is interesting. Really got a break there. Oh, guys, I'll be here until about 10:30 with y'all. I don't see any trades here. It's going to be a while today. So another 20 minutes. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to discuss. And then at noon, we got the webinar in BBT.
It looks like by popular demand, people are asking for your trade from yesterday, Avi.
Oh, guys. Shit. That was a piece of shit trade. It was garbage. It just happened to work. Yeah. All right, since we're waiting, we have nothing else to do. Let's do that. I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Give me a moment. I'll get the other screen up. Or the other get the screenshot up. Where is it? Screenshot. There it is. This thing is slow. Give it a moment. All right. Whoa, this is huge. All right. This was 28th. Oh wait, there's something wrong with that. Hold on. Got to get the right date. The wrong screenshot. 28th of April. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Let me share this screen for you. All right. There it is. All right, so this is the chart on the 30-minute picture. So yesterday, again, I avoided the open because of all the news, so the first hour or so. But the pattern was looking good. You see the consolidation before the open, and the breakout did happen, and then a retest would have been good. But none of that happened with good clean action, so I don't think I would have traded that anyway. And of course, I was sitting out. And then what's interesting is it made this descending wedge on a 30-minute picture, which is a good setup for a breakdown, going straight down. And looking back on it, this was a consolidation to lead to a breakout. It wasn't genuinely choppy like this here. This is choppy. This is a mess, wicks on both sides and stuff. So it's actually quite valid, I think, to take that breakdown setup, that descending wedge, and go down from here. Now, I didn't take it because earlier I had it in my head that this is a consolidation to a breakout. But that breakout failed and setting up for a breakout the other way. I should have changed my thesis and really gotten involved in this area. But anyways, I let that go. I saw it in hindsight. I'm like, all right, no big deal. Now, down here, as the big 30-minute candle ends up here, then the next one is a consolidation candle. Doesn't go anywhere, just sits in that area, even puts a good bearish wick in it. Once that closed, I'm thinking, all right, now here's a breakdown. So you have a move and a consolidation, and you're looking for the next move. So this is where I got excited on a 30-minute chart. But also looking back, you know it's messy there. So I also know it's going to be very tricky to hold this all the way to target. And just looking at the 30-minute candlesticks here, it wasn't exactly clean, right? It's messy. So getting into a trade and then expecting it to be messy. So there's a lot of de-risking mindset, as well as taking the whole thing off before the full target. So that was in my head, anyways, in this area. So I'm looking for an ABCD on a 1 minute or a breakout and retest on a 1 minute, something like that. So let's get into the 1 minute, and that's down here. So it came down here and made that low. That's when I put that line there. Bounced around, and this was a real breakout right here. This candle with all its momentum, this is the one that ripped downwards. And it went with some momentum, got messy, as expected. You saw that on a 30-minute, but really went back up to the level. That level is critical, and it got really weak there. As soon as it got there, I was observing it very closely, and this wasn't a matter of printing a bearish candle and then wait for the new low. This was just, it was like trading the open. It's just momentum, just serious sellers just pushing. It was literally one directional. And as it really became bearish, one directional going down, and then the big candle started going down, even pushing through that very serious low previously. I mean, this was a key level, intraday level. As soon as I saw that, this is really aggressive sellers. Whoever wants to short the market is shorting it here, basically. That's when I started scaling in. I very quickly got into a heavy position, literally on that entry candle, and scaled in a bit more, added just a few more contracts as it went. And the stop was just at the entry candle or just above it. And again, tightening it up very tight as it went. Survived the pullback. But I know this area was messy, right? It was really messy early. Even here, I was like, oh, crap, this may not go. Because I know it's messy. I know there's buyers down here. But survived the pullback, got to that low, and then it started putting in these wicks down here. My target's down here. Well, really down here, but I was thinking 545, really, because I know it's messy here. But so I'm really watching 545 as it's really getting choppy here. As soon as it gets close to it and starts to push up, that's enough for me. I'm out of there. And that's me hitting the button to exit the position. So there it is, getting in, scaling in, tightening the stop, managed to survive the pullback. My stop must have been, I don't know, halfway through the entry candle, perhaps. Close to break even, a little worse than break even, and then going towards 545 down there, which is up here on the chart, and that's it. So overall, I mean, very difficult price action, and I could expect it to be difficult because the 30 minutes said so. So in that case, thinking about de-risking. So in my de-risking mindset here, it wasn't a matter of taking the position off, which was what I've been doing recently, and that's been not so productive. So rather than doing that, I'm just interested in tightening up the stop and holding the full position to the point where, that's enough time to go. And so that happened over there. But that's it. That's the whole thing. Hope that makes sense. And the plan is to do it again today and tomorrow and the next day, and just keep trading. Trading is boring. It should be.
Was this the most number of contracts you have ever taken?
Yeah, so far. And let's see if we can break that today, huh? We'll find out. Price action dictates how much you put on.
So how many contracts did you trade?
2,100 yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I could have taken more if I wanted to. So, yeah, Piyush, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Avi. So since you're just trading the SPY, really how much or how many windows do you need open, and what are on those windows, since you're kind of focused on that? Or do you use, peripheral windows to kind of give you a sense of what's happening to the overall market and thus the SPY?
Yeah, I'm only using the one window that you've seen me use today. That's all I need. It's got the time frames on the SPY that I need, the 1 and the 30, and the option stuff. And that's it. That's
So
all I need.
So you can do your entire trading methodology and with your focus list, which is just a SPY, on a laptop.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah. When you narrow down, then you don't need a lot of real estate, right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep, sure, man. Yeah, makes life simpler and easier and less stressful. I like that. Anything that makes life easier, I'll always take it. Cool. So yeah, that was that. I'll be going through that in the webinar as well today, so come on in. And let's see, okay, so I'm sure we'll go back to the regular screen here. Got more news in about 12 minutes. Trader, there it is.
Avi, I fully expect with your theme and your direction towards minimalism that you'll be projecting your Apple Watch trades at some point.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'll be surfing out there on a longboard and in between sets, just setting up a trade and then go catch a wave. Oh gosh, that would be the day. I can't wait to do that. Simplicity is one side of it. The other side of it is the results side of it. So you can't go so simple where you do nothing, you don't get results. You can take it too far. But 80-20 does have a balance. There's 80 and 20. 80 is the reward side or the results side. 20 is the effort side. So there's that. And in day trading, generally, there's a lot of trivia, a lot of trivial bullshit. So it's important not to get caught up in that, and then you realize there's only a couple of things you really need to pay attention to, and you'll be okay. It's an interesting world we're in here in day trading.
Yeah, well, as I said to you before, I think, you're pushing us to operate on 80-20. I think you really operate on 90-10.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Let's see. Yeah, well, yeah. So 80-20 and 90-10, all that. The truth is it doesn't even add up. It doesn't have to add up to 100. It really doesn't. How about do 5 and get 85? Yeah, that's fine. It's written in the book, actually. It's just, nice to have round numbers. But yeah, it's really cool. Sometimes, or a lot of times, I've discovered it's worth getting less results because the work you do is half or even a quarter of what you would be doing just to get those little marginal few more results. It's actually destroying your lifestyle, leading to burnout. You don't get time with your family, and then you have all those problems. And that's important. To me, that's opportunity cost. So I'd rather, go for 80% of the results, not 100%, and actually be able to take care of my priorities in life, family, children, that stuff. So that's the whole thing. That's the bigger picture thinking behind it, or at least that's my motivation behind it. What are we looking at here? Another fake out, Saj, on NVIDIA. NVIDIA, all kinds of fake outs. That's amazing, Saj. We got to hear about your analysis here of how you find these fake outs. I'm just looking at 30-minute chart, but you got some other calculation here. That'd be interesting. Oof, what a mess. Again, on the 30-minute, no setup for a breakout, right? It just went there. It hasn't set up for a consolidation to break out. And sure enough, it's choppy up there. So interesting. So for now, it looks like the market has returned to normal activity after that news, as in the pace of the market. But another 9 minutes or so, and we'll find out again. More news. What song is that, Pascal? I recognize it.
I'm sorry, I was on. I'm sorry. I forgot you turned the mic off. I'm not humming, man.
It's all good. Yeah, background music, that's it.
I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, but you know.
Oh man. Whew. Another messy market, huh? There goes SPY again. Let's see what it wants. Getting down to that level, not set up to go, but I mean, it could easily go in any direction. Oof, what a mess. So I don't know what to do with the SPY today. It's messy up here. It's messy down here. You can't take a breakdown. It's hard to trust. Because you know there's buyers down there. It's messy down there. That's what I got involved into yesterday. That area was really messy. I don't know. We'll wait for it to clean up. Man, it's been a month since I came back from Vancouver, and I still got this lingering little sore throat. Ugh.
Does Tesla look good for a breakdown?
Tesla. Well, you know, it's messy. At first it did. You see this consolidation, but then this first 30-minute candle was just chopping up this whole area. Very hard to trust it. If you're looking at breakdown, I'd say look for the below of day breakdown. And even down there, it could get a little tricky. So you'd scalp it in a momentum kind of mode until about 275 perhaps. At the moment, it's just so tricky. I don't know what to tell you about it. The momentum or the news took it way up, which ended up being a double bottom. Now it's a newer low. And you got the buyers down there. I don't know. Even though we all love to trade Tesla, you don't have to trade it every day. I think a lot of us forget that.
Yeah, that's true.
And the SPY, same thing with the SPY with me. Like, you know, I'm sure there's going to be days where I don't get a trade. That hasn't been the case recently, but it's going to be. It doesn't set up every day. All right, 6 minutes to the news. I'll watch the news with you guys, and then we'll be off. So again, let me know if there's anything you'd like to discuss while we have a few minutes here.
Yeah, Avi, can you discuss your trade from yesterday?
Oh, fuck off.
I'm just kidding, man. Just
I was about to do the same job. You did great.
You guys are hilarious. I love it.
just get prepared. You're gonna get asked about 20 more times.
I know.
So
Today has to be the day I do a webinar, huh? But yeah, I got an answer for this.
you know, if I were you, I would just make it the first thing you do in your webinar. Just get it out of the way. Then people can focus, right?
Yeah, there's that. But there are morons who show up late and then they ask, "Oh, what did I miss?" Like, you know what? Go watch the recording. Shit. That ruins it for everybody. You know, there are 100 people in there and then 20 people or 5 people coming late and then ruin it for everyone. That's no fun. As a moderator, you really got to moderate that. You know, so think about those sorts of things. And there's the whole other side of it. You know, you keep people engaged to the end. Now, wait for the end. I'm going to show you what happened there. Wait for it. So there's that.
Thankfully, you stopped YouTube. Otherwise, you were explaining Fibonacci, Fibonacci levels to everyone all the time.
I'm so glad I stopped that. Oh my god, what a waste of time. YouTube, I mean, it's just not my environment. I'm not a YouTube personality. It just doesn't work for me. I'll leave that to the likes of Andrew and Carlos and whoever wants to do it. Carlos, he's good at it. They're good at it. They like to do it.
I was just wondering, Avi, when you make such a profit, what percentage do you reinvest?
What percentage you reinvest?
I mean,
all of
just the old, everything back in.
Well, all of it. See, that's an interesting one because what you're really talking about is risk per trade. And just because, let's say, one day your account went up by 50% or whatever it may be, doesn't mean that you are ready to go and up your risk per trade the very next day. Emotionally, you're not there yet. Because what really happens is your account tends to grow faster than your relationship with money evolves. you got to catch up to your account basically, emotionally, with your relationship with money, and understand bigger numbers are normal for you now. At a deeper level, you gotta live with that. You gotta become that person who lives with bigger numbers. So you're not ready to upscale your trading until you evolve your relationship with money. So no, you don't just go blow up all your profits on the next trade and try and multiply it again. It doesn't work that way. Shouldn't do that. I think go slow with it, take it easy. And what helps a lot actually is if you have a day where you multiply your account, then take those profits out immediately before the next trading day. Take them out of your account. So you put it away, you go pay off your debts or your bills, whatever you got to do. Now you get back to normal trading. I think that's important. It's normal trading that got you there, right? So stick to it. Stick to your guns. I think that's really important. And slowly evolve your relationship with money. That comes slow.
Yeah, it makes sense. But what I mean is, like, you, for instance, like, you invest the same amount when you say that your position was like 2,100 contract yesterday. I assume that 3 years ago that was not the case. So can you kind of raising it up,
Yeah. So that's the relationship with money thing, right? And when it comes to trading, it's not so much the position size. A lot of people ask about that, but really that's irrelevant. What's really relevant is risk per trade. How many dollars are you putting at risk per trade, and can you still make clear, clean decisions? That's important.
Yeah, you keep the same RVR pretty much.
Yeah, RVR, but the dollars of risk. Start there. Start with that. And of course, when you trade, make sure you get good solid RVR. Otherwise, you're gonna blow it up. So that's something you got to establish before you even begin trading. How many dollars can you put at risk per trade and still make clear decisions, and of course not blow up your account? So you got to consider all those things before you go live, and really have that clarity in your head. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose one or two trades, and you'll overtrade, or you'll go YOLO. You'll use full buying power, and you don't even know that you've risked your whole account on a single option 0DT contract or something like that. You'll blow up really fast. I mean, you get margin calls and stuff like that. So be very careful. This still is the financial market we're dealing with, and it's dangerous.
Could I add to that?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, man. So I think the risk is like when we ask Avi that, it's irrelevant to you, because at the end of the day, your emotional status is dependent on that risk, and everybody's different. So I think that's something that you have to develop in terms of increasing your risk and how much you invest. And that just takes time. And you'll have to figure that out on your own. Regardless of how Avi or what Avi does, it's irrelevant. It's all based on you and how you feel and your emotional status and where you're at psychologically.
Yeah, well said, Salim. Thank you. Absolutely. That's a very personal thing. It's on you. It truly is. And that's right. What I do is irrelevant. It's only relevant to me and what I do. So don't try and do that. And I can't do what you do. I can't. It's only relevant to you. So every individual here, you gotta take responsibility as an adult and make those decisions. That's important. There's the news, 10:30. Let's see what happens. Here we go, another little pop-up. Not so wild, but definitely different behavior. You can see it. What's the news? Raja wants to know what's the news at 10:30. I forgot already. All I know is that there is news and it makes the market jump around a bit. That's all we really need to know. So let it stop being jumpy and settle down, and then maybe there's an opportunity somewhere.
Avi, what time is your webinar?
It's at noon today in the BBT webinar room.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. It's fine. There's not a lot of activity here on this news. So it's still a disaster. There's nothing to trade for me here. I can't even look at it here. It's all just a great big mess. going to take a while. It's going to take a few hours, I think. All right, let's end this one here. And then at noon will be the webinar room in BBT for those of you who are BBT members. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we end the session? Everyone good?
Do you have a bias on the SPY for today?
No, I don't believe in biases. I just believe in price action. So I'm just looking at the price action. If it sets up for long or short, that's all there is.
Okay.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out again. Take it easy. Come say hi at noon. We'll have some fun there.
Thanks, Avi.
Thanks, all.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Avi.
Sure. Take care.